we know what our core values are. We know like what inspires us, what values we hold closely to ourselves and to our company. And we also know, how we can help people and the type of person that we can help, right? And we can just stop now because you already know what to do with a brand story because you have those things. But I kind of want to go into detail because I'm type A and I want you guys to like really know what's good. So every message with your brand story should have like, your core values and your solution, but there's 3 things that I use whenever I am creating any kind of messaging for my customer. And I like to call it RUC. And for short, I like to say, like, are you seeing what your customer sees? So are you seeing what Jesse sees? Are you being relatable? How are you being useful? And is your message cohesive? So I like to use that and just use it as a filter for every single piece of content, every blog post that I write, every downloadable resource that I do, even a video that I do. Like, am I seeing what my customer sees? So well, let's break those down right now. So I also like this because I'm so quick. Like sometimes I do things on an impulse. That's kind of like my flaw. Please tell me I'm not the only person that does that. You're not. Okay, okay. So I, especially when I do things at work or when I'm doing things to market to my ideal client, I think of something and I'm like, oh my gosh, they would love this. But then I'm like, oh, maybe they won't. And then, but I only think about that whenever I say, you know what, am I really seeing it through like the lens of my client, or am I just seeing it like as Jamar that just wants to do something cool and fun and hip that will like attract like people that may not even be my client. Like so this filter is really, really good. I think it is useful for anything that we do as business owners. So being relatable is like the first thing on my list. Like that's how you get through the door. Like that's how you get their attention. And because really people don't buy products with their eyes or their hands or through like feeling it. They buy with their heart. So are you being relatable to them? Are you making that connection with them? It's all about the connection through anything that you do. So how are you being relatable to them? Did you know that customers who feel connected to a product or a brand, they're 25% to 100% more valuable to your business in terms of like your profit margins? That's because when people love you, they want to tell other people about you. They want to like talk about you behind your back and say great things about you. Like you don't even have to pay them to do that because like your values match up with their values and they're like, oh, I love it. Well, some of the ways that you can do that is through customer service. There are some companies that value the customer experience like so much. Like who's heard of Zappos, the shoe company? They're well known for their customer service. They will stay on the phone with you for 10 hours if need be. I'm not saying that you have to stay up on the phone with your client or like your ideal customer for 10 hours, but Zappos is known for that. That's what makes them unique. That's also probably one of their core values. So, and then also employee advocacy. Southwest Airlines, they're never on the news with all this stuff. You know why? Because they value their employees. They've built an amazing community and culture with their employees. Where they will stand by their team member if anything happens. So if there is a customer complaint, right? So someone did something that a customer isn't happy with. Southwest will say, I stand by with my employee because I know that we have an amazing culture and training program and that we give them all the tools that they need to succeed and be happy, and they have probably given you every resource available to make you happy. So maybe it doesn't apply to your business, but it does to Southwest and it works for them. Customer testimonials. Sometimes it's nice to say how amazing you are, but people don't. But as a customer, sometimes they don't want to hear it from you. That's why you get one of your amazing customers to talk about you in front of a camera and take a photo and everything else, because people can trust that a lot more. They're more likely to trust another customer review versus a brand saying that they give world-class service, or that they have the lowest prices, or they love giving back to the community. And doing things like behind the scenes, like that is one of like the biggest ways to get trust. Sometimes if you're in the business of like, like maybe food prep or production or anything like that, customers want to see what happens behind the scenes. They want to see what happens before the finished product is going on. So this is a great way to be transparent and human with your customer. And another thing, doing just a question and answer. Think about like Facebook Live. If you are the owner of a business and you just have a Q&A session and then ask me anything, why do you think Reddit is so like, just popping? Because they have the Ask Me Anything series, where a CEO would just come there and anyone can ask a question and it will be answered, no matter how crazy or weird it may be, or too close to home it may be. That is your time in the spotlight, and you have to answer every question because you need to be transparent. And when you are transparent, you are human. And when you are human, you are relatable, and I want to give you money. That is the end goal. Make sense? So, being useful, think about how you're solving your customer's problem. So, and like, what can you do to add value? So you're relatable, but are you kind of doing that thing that can add value to your customer? So, or are you just giving them that thing for free without kind of getting what you need to kind of build a relationship with them? So I have a few examples right here. So some things that you can add value would be a downloadable resource, maybe having a video series, giving some free tickets or coupons. Now the last two, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of discounts or free tickets, but only if you can make it work for you. So here's a little pro tip. You can give free tickets and coupons, but make it in a way where you get something of value. So if you're giving something away for free, have them enter into like a raffle or any kind of thing that will give them your email. And the same thing with a coupon. Join our email list, and you'll get an automatic 20% off of your next purchase. And it may be something like little like that gets them in the door, but it's really a quick win. And it adds value to them. So, and being cohesive. Actually, I want to ask you guys this question. Who hates it when you post a picture on Facebook and no one likes it? No one, it hurts my feelings too. But that's okay, because there's this theory that it takes about seven forms of advertising for a customer to actually make a purchase. So I'm not saying for you to go ahead and like post on Facebook 7 times and then the math works out, it's gonna work out for you. That will never happen. Do not come to me and say, Jamar, you've kind of, we're wrong. Just can you stop teaching classes and we'll be even. But I'm saying that when you're cohesive, every piece of messaging for your brand matches well with like the tone, the colors, the core values, and it could be a video or any kind of downloadable resource or even like a photo. I want to ask you guys, what's your story? I want to give you a few minutes to think about, a few things that you can do to build a human connection with your customer.